Hi and welcome back. This is Gary from Down East Stained Glass. I'm going to show you how to design a Celtic knot stained glass pattern right on your Macintosh using Apple Pages application. I have it open, a recent one I did just this morning, and there's a simple thing you got to understand. Let me zoom in a little bit better. Go to 150. When doing these type of designs or Celtic knots, you take a design element, like a line element they call it. This one I highlighted in green so you could see it better. And what you want to do is make sure your line is the size, and this is 20. So you want to make sure all your lines are kind of what size you want your glass to be. And with the way you do it, you take this shape, you start with a shape, say a line like that, a regular black line. And you right mouse click or your left mouse click or your option click, you make it editable, which will bring up waypoints. You have your two end waypoints, and then it puts one in the middle. And by default, with squares on the end, these are straight lines. The center will be a curve, so it'll curve like that for you. And what you can do is you double click on that, it makes it a point, which will allow you to do more with your line element. And in the case of something like this with the green outline, you can make curves like that, bring that back, leave it straight. So there's a lot you can do. So this is basically a straight point from here to here, and then a curve at the top, shown basically like this. And once you have your line element shaped to where you want, you could unselect it from editable mode, which is here, and create it as a boxed out element like this. You can move things around. And to do Celtic knots, most of the time you're going to have mirror images going back and forth, like you see here with the green piece and then this one here. So what you want to do is you create your line element, let's say this here, you copy it, which is Command C on your keyboard, and then you want to paste it, or Command V on the keyboard. Alright, let's get rid of this. And here I did this line element here earlier, so we're going to make sure that that's the right one. If you accidentally grab the wrong one, you just Command Z it. It goes right back to where it was. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete that. And here we have this copy, a perfect copy of this segment here. So you want to select it, go into the arrange area, and you can see the angle of this line element, the section of this line element is 315. So you want to flip it over like this and change that to 45. 45 and 315 together equal 360, and that'll give you your good mirror image. And you can see the lines at the top. It'll show you that it's lined up. Let's see, grab it here to the top of it, to the other piece. You can keep it selected and move it with your back and forth keys, or at the bottom of your keyboard next to your numbers. And you do stuff like that. And then at any time you could change the fill to different color, bring it back to like here I had gray, and go back to gray. And what you want to do on all of these line elements, when you're doing Celtic knots, you want to give it a drop shadow. So if you remove the shadow, it's hard to see where the shape is. So you want to give it a drop shadow. And the reason why I say that is because to finalize your drawing, you go ahead and you print this, on your computer, and you could do that by, here I made one here, bring it down to 125, just to show you better, or actually 100, to see how it'll sit on your paper. And depending on how you're comfortable with drawing, I simply use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and a good gel pen. It's the Pilot G207. And you trace the lines. And once you trace them, and then there you can do your overlapping, whichever ones you want overlap. Once you're done tracing, with the gel pen, you go ahead and bring it back into the Apple Pages. And the way you do that, you have a blank section. I'm going to go ahead and open my phone up, hit the camera, and kind of let the computer know you want to scan something. And it'll sync with your phone, and it'll see you're trying to scan something. So hit scan document and center your phone, the camera section, over the gel pen image, which I did here, and then just scan it. And once you get it in the software in Apple Pages, then you could do a lot more. You could take the image after it's scanned. You can clean up any kind of irregular areas. Like now it's like a scanned image. You want to go ahead and copy it and paste it. I deleted the scanned image. It showed my clipboard and everything. Copy and paste, a section of it, the section you want. And once you have that, you can go into the image tools and then start removing background, which will clean up your drawing. Get rid of any bad ink spots, and you can even go in the back here and remove things like that. I left that shadowing in intentionally because I wanted to have depth. So we're going to go Command Z that. I'm going to bring that back. And then in the style, you want to give it a line. I usually set the line widths to 2 points, which is good for Cricut machines and doing patterns. You can go down to 1, really clean it up, and for to show the other side of it, the more you go up in the number of points, the thicker the lines will be. So you want to keep it, 2 is a good size. And then once you have this, let's say reset. I don't want that. I'm going to hit the done. Once you have all of that done, see, I reset it to the original scanning. Once you have all that done, you can go ahead and copy this by hitting Shift Command 4 on your keyboard. Go around it like that. Now it's in the clipboard. Go into software that allows you to put glass fills in. Glass fills are it's simply they're just pictures of glass, and you could fill in areas of the design by selecting your selection tool. I could unz this, show you. Actually, I made a video, no sound. So here, in Pixelmator, you really have to learn. I'm going to deselect that. So I scan this drawing in, then I put glass fills into it, and that's easy enough to do. You just select an area, like I just selected the background, You go into your add effects, image fill, and then you select the image. Here I have glass swatches. You could really make it anything you want. Rotate it. Scale it up, scale it down. That's how you do that. And then you select all to get rid of it, all the lines, and then you can present it, as a pattern. And you're not cheating. This is not AI. This is, you designed it, you created it, and you filled it with glass fills. So though it is computer generated, it's generated by you. I hope that made sense. So again, it's just when you're doing, let's zoom in. You always zoom in. You could see a little bit better. When you're doing line elements, put them at, I got 20 points. 20 points seems nice for this type of design. And then again, if you have it in the box selection mode, you can grab the whole thing, move things around like that. Or if you want to go into the editable mode, you go ahead and you can option mouse click, make editable, or you can also double click it. And here you see this is a point, it's a straight line from here to here, and then a curve because I have the round sections here. You double click it, it's going to make it straight. Right? And then you can Command Z that, bring it back. I could Command Z it again and again to bring it back to this stage here. So whenever you're working with this, a really good tool to use is your undo tool. So yeah, that's it. And then also I was showing, I didn't realize my audio was off. I'll tell you, I do that too many times. I took a simple shape, a line up like this. You start out with a shape. It's already at 2 points. You can bring it to 3 to see it better if you want. And then left mouse, right mouse click, whatever your option of your primary mouse button. You make editable, and it'll start giving you waypoints where you can start dragging things around. And again, if it's a circle, it's going to be a curve. So if you want it straight, you double click it. The other thing good about straight is it'll allow you to put a sharp edge on it. So you can do things like this. And then again, go in, closer. So basically, all the lines you see, though it's not hand-drawn, I mean, it's made on a computer, but it's created by me clicking. Clicking on elements. And, that's how you do it. And then you have the key, the big part is printing it out. And once you print it, go over it with a gel pen to really fine tune it. And again, go into your phone, which should be synced with your Apple ID and all that. And the phone has has recognition software in it. So if you wanted to go ahead and scan an image, just open up your phone, hold it over an image just to get it started. All right, and then you. All right, there you go. Left mouse click or right mouse click, and then go to scan the document. And here I have my document. You want to get your image sorted pretty square on what you're doing, and then hit the shutter button. See, it'll also open up your phone, and then it'll automatically scan it for you if you wait a second, or you can go ahead and hit the shutter. The automatic setting will go ahead and center everything nice for you. So hit the check on the phone, and it'll show the image here. It's at my actual gel pen. All right, and I used a butterfly just to get the outline of a butterfly. I mean, they're easy to draw, but I just wanted to get it for perspective. Um, yeah, and that's it. And see too. There's your butterfly. You finish it off with glass foils and make it a pattern. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have a Apple computer and you know how to get around with your mouse clicking and copy and pasting, and you're familiar somewhat with the Pages app, which is very powerful. It's a great way of doing the you know Celtic knots with line elements. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll get a lot more of this kind of content. I am I'm pretty savvy with Macintosh computers. I'd say I'm actually pretty good. But even though with all the things you can do with the computer, you still have to rely a lot on printing and scanning in your gel pen rendition, your copy. A lot of times, I would say 90% of the time. Sometimes you can make patterns without even doing that, but yeah, most of the time, be prepared for that, because once you print something and you bring down the exposure, so when you print it, it becomes very faint. When you draw it, it becomes more defined. All right. Again, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.